Hey, we're back. We're going back to our goal with the pits and the snakes and the caves. Oh, speaking of caves, I forgot to visit this little cave down here and talk with this gentleman. Oh dear, we got a nymph in trouble. A nymph can mean a lot of things. In most European mythologies, it means as a fairy. Maybe a small fairy in particular. In Japan culture, it can also mean a child. In American culture, it could mean somebody naked. Nymphomaniac, if you will. Please don't confuse the three in any shape, form, or combination. Please. Anyways, yes, I grinded up to 50 olives. 50 currency, if you will. I did it here, beating the snake, and watching out for the bat. Repeatedly, on and off. Most gamers, or people at this point, would not have that many. Especially after dying multiple times. But let's hope I don't die here. If I do, I'll get it to a certain point. But we gotta go. Actually, not here. But this is more of a side quest at the moment, and why I got the 50 olives in the first place. Falling in most of these pits will lead to instant death. Instant death. Just add death. Also, jumping over bats might be a better idea. But if you talk to somebody in the first large cave, they'll say there's a nest of salamanders near Hermes' temple. Yes, one of the pits you actually have to fall down. But which pit? Oh dear. Well, the one near Hermes' temple, of course. Well, you just have to keep going until you find Hermes' temple. And Hermes, thankfully, is back at his temple. At least this will let me retry if I fail to get what I get. But what I want to get is very nearby. And I want to fall right down here. Why? New music. And dangerous red snakes that do a huge amount of damage. That's why I retry. And as you see, my olive amount remains the same now. But I will always start from there if I keep retrying. So eventually I'll have to go back to continuing, because I'll make progress. Also, I want to beware of snakes. Actually, they're called salamanders. And they are special. I really don't want to fight them right now. Maybe when I get a stronger weapon. Preferably. But because they'll be special. See that red snake down there? That red salamander? Yeah, we're gonna need those. Skins. Later on. But for right now, let's talk with this nice person. Oh, something nice for 50 olives. You know how long it took to get 50 olives? About 10-15 minutes. But that's not the point. Still. Grinding. So let's get this. Why are you laughing? What's so funny? Oh, is that what I think it is? It's a clam. No, it's ambrosia. It restores our health and increases our max hit points. So that was well worth it. By 4 points. I'd like some more ambrosia if you still had it. Let's sigh. And well, that's the only reason we currently have to go down here. Optional item, but in a tough game like this, you'll definitely want it. And it magically lands us up here. Now there's another pit we can fall in that'll just have regular snakes. And nobody down there. Nobody important, at least. So now I want to travel along this place, because I'll find something else special that I wouldn't have previously found. I know, strange, isn't it? And you still want to collect olives, because, yeah, you'll still have to buy more things. And duck in caves if necessary. And say hello to your gentleman. Thank you. Oh yeah, bats. Now excuse me while I replay this part. I should tell you more mythology. I should! Oh yeah, Zeus. Zeus did some horrible things. And not all of his wives were willing, if you know what I mean. Oh, speaking of which, pulse music. Oh dear, it's a lion, and he's running at me. But just like the Taurus, he runs straight forward. He is faster though. And thankfully, I find this bearded dude. It's Prometheus! Yes! And yes, he's the guy, the upper button, the up button, holding up and attack. And now I have him better than average flame attack. I can really fling that fire, but only once at a time. Alas, that is all he knows. But still very important. And now I can deal with those slimes a lot easier. Salamanders, on the other hand, not so much. They're immune against fire. They'll steal your soul. Oh yes, Prometheus. I forget his role in Greek mythology at the moment. But as you see, fire is awesome. He was considered, in other cultures, a caveman that discovered fire. And he might have something to do with in the Greek mythology. I should look that up sometime. Probably in the next video. Which is something you should probably go to too. Go to too? Tutus! I am not wearing a tutu. I'm wearing a very manly leaf skirt. And now, we'll go back to that forest you saw at the end of my last test. Part 0, if you will. Or whatever. Way over... Oh yeah. Die, spear-throwing little midgets. Can't run from me now, can you? Also, slimes. I no longer have to require you to hop to hit you. I can just throw fire. Which is honestly freaking awesome.